Hello my lovelies, and welcome back to another unboxing. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing from Yeppeo slime. Let's get in and have a look my lovelies. I love how everything is so neatly put together. I was very lucky to see Yeppeo Slimes actually put my order together on TikTok. That was absolutely wonderful. So let's have a look at what I think might be the extras packet, my loves, in this gorgeous pearlescent packet. I've never seen one like this. That's gorgeous. And it looks like we've got a marshmallow, some activator, and a business card. So let's open it and have a look my lovelies. This is the business card. It's really pretty, and it's got these gorgeous Sailor Moon-esque designs around it, so that is really cute. And on the back we have the care sheet, which is always lovely, and of course what to use, the tag to use when uploading your purchase to Instagram my loves. So it's got some advice for sticky slime, hard slime and shrunken slime, so it's always good to have some tips and advice on the back of the business card. So that is the extras packet my lovelies, a really cute, aesthetically pleasing extras packet. So everything looks nice and tightly packaged, so let's pull the slimes out and have a look my lovelies. So that is all of the slimes outside of the box, and we even have these gorgeous little foam hearts inside in pink and in white. So we'll definitely be taking those out and keeping those as add-ins my lovelies. But what I'm going to do is get everything in the order that it is on my receipt, and I will be right back my loves. Welcome back my lovelies. We have all of the slimes all cleaned up inside of their lids and all ready to be looked at. First impressions, the packaging is phenomenal. I adore the labels of each of the different slimes, and also I really like the different type of pots that these are in. They're almost like little glass jam jars, but I don't believe that they are glass. I do believe that they're plastic or some other such material, but they are really sturdy, and they really add to the theme of those particular slimes, which we will cover when we go into them one by one my lovelies. And we do have a lovely thick and glossy big foam extra as well, so that's always wonderful. Thank you ever so much. I am really impressed with the slime so far. I think that they all look wonderful. I think the designs are really cohesive, and they're really well done. I think that the extras are absolutely lovely and really fitting, and I'm really excited to go through all of these slimes my lovelies. So let's dig in. The first slime that we have is Moon Crunch. It's a 4-ounce clear slime. Now this is my first ever packed slime. I'm not sure if it has a term for the type of texture that it is, but it's basically packed to the brim with massive Fimos. It looks wonderful, and I am seeing more and more of these types of slimes coming up on my feed, and so I wanted to try one for myself. Let's take a look at the 4-ounce clear packed slime Moon Crunch. This is what Moon Crunch looks like inside. You almost can't see the slime because it has such wonderful clarity, but if I can catch the light, there we go, you can see it shining just on top of the Fimo, and you can see how densely packed this is, and absolutely gorgeous Fimo as well. I love the size of them. I love the thickness of them, the colours. I think it's really, really pretty. And what I also like is the fact that I don't think this will be one of those types of crunch slimes that will hurt the hands. So as wonderful as those bead ones do look, I personally have to be careful with my hands, my lovelies. But they still look awesome. But this looks absolutely gorgeous. It is an unscented slime, understandably so. It has perfect clarity, looking like those Fimo are just floating in place, and really good thickness as well. So I am really looking forward to having a play with this one, and that is Moon Crunch, my lovelies. The next slime that we're going to have a look at, my lovelies, is Kura Dashi Tea. It has these beautiful natural add-ins and Fimos. I can see flowers and hearts and several different types of flowers and sprinkles. And of course, we've got iridescent add-ins as well, some hearts, stars, and of course the crescent moon. So some really pretty add-ins. And this is a milky clear slime, and it's scented calming green tea. Now, I don't want to tilt this slime too much because it is absolutely packed to the brim. I am really looking forward to having a look at the texture and absolutely giving it a sniff. But I love the simplistic approach of this slime and absolutely love the pot that Yeppeo Slime have chosen to pop this in. I think it fits so well with the aesthetic and the concept behind this slime. So let's open it, have a look at the texture and give it a sniff, my loves. So this is the milky clear Kura Dashi tea, and it's a really interesting texture. It almost looks like a jelly, and I don't mean a jelly slime, but a jelly that you would eat, or jello as you might perhaps call it in the States. It is underactivated. It has come a long way, and of course the weather is very hot, but it's nothing that a little bit of activator won't fix. But that's why I'm not moving it around too much, my lovelies, because there is some fluidity to it. I love the milky colour of it. I think it's the perfect type of slime to go with the idea behind the Kura Dashi tea. So let's give it a sniff, my loves, and see what it smells like. Ooh, that's really lovely. It's a really, I would say, a notch above delicate, and I understand why this one is delicately scented, of course being calming green tea. And what it reminds me of is perhaps a really light body mist. It's got a slight perfumed note to it, with an almost floral edge. I wouldn't call it a savoury scent, but I wouldn't call it a candy scent either. Let me give it another sniff, my lovelies. That is a really pretty scent. It's not a scent that I've smelt before. It's actually really unusual, but it's really delicate and pretty, but still a substantial amount of strength to it, and ties in beautifully with the type of texture that this is, and of course the type of theme that it is. So I'm really looking forward to playing with this one. It's a really pretty slime. So that is Kura Dashi tea, my lovelies. The next slime that we have, my lovelies, is Icing Sugar, and this is an icy slime, and you can see in the daylight, specifically at the bottom, all the air inside of this and how light and spongy that it looks. It's scented brown sugar, and it comes with these really pretty, perfect add-ins for an icing sugar slime, my lovely. So we've got some confetti dots and some sprinkles, so some really gorgeous bright colours that will contrast beautifully against this almost semi-translucent slime. So let's open it, have a look at the texture and give it a sniff, my loves. Now look at that. You can tell that it's an icy because you can almost see the moisture within it. It almost looks like torn apart cotton wool that's been sprayed with water. And it's very tempting to just stick my finger in there. It looks absolutely wonderful. It's quite a heavy slime, but that is very normal for an icy slime. But the texture looks fantastic. Even though it is a heavy slime, it still has a lot of softness to it and a lot of fluffiness to it. So I can't wait to play with this one. I'm very new to icy slimes and jelly slimes. So I'm trying to broaden my slime horizons, if you like, my loves. And I'm really excited to try this one. So let's give it a sniff, my lovelies. Ooh. Ooh, what a delicious scent. Absolutely an edible scent. Absolutely 100%. It reminds me of something sugary with a maple edge to it. Maple isn't the overpowering scent, because maple can be very, very overpowering when added as a scent to anything, but it's got the slightest touch of it that adds a little bit of depth. And when it comes to something that's obviously an icing sugar slime with the consistency and texture that it has, I think that the pairing of these two, the slime and the scent, is absolutely perfect. It smells like putting your nose up against an iced bun or a fairy cake, and it's almost got that warmth smell to it as well, which I think might be the slight undertone of bakery note in it. But either way, incredibly Moorish, incredibly sweet and sugary, but not too sickly, and really, really lovely. So that is Icing Sugar, my lovelies. The next slime that we have, my lovelies, is almost like a little kit, and that is Honey Cake Roll. This is a snow fizz slime. And look at that wonderful texture. I think this is going to make some wonderful noises. And then you add to it this small little pot of thick and glossy on top, and then these gorgeous sprinkles that go inside of it. We've got these lovely leaves here, some bees, some flowers, some hearts, some little clouds, it's some little tulips there as well. Absolutely precious add-ins, and added on top of that white thick and glossy base, I think is going to be a lovely contrast and a really, really cute slime to put together. I think it's absolutely adorable. So let's open it, my lovelies, have a closer look at the texture and give it a sniff, my loves. Now you can see on top that very telltale, wonderful sizzling snow fizz texture. Of course, around the pot you can see the thick and glossy base that is the foundation of the slime, if you like, my lovelies. But you can see all of that lovely snow fizz in there, which is going to make fantastic noises and no doubt be quite an inflator. This is scented like honey milk cake, which isn't something I've had before, so I am intrigued to see what the smell smells like. So let's give it a sniff, my loves. Ooh. Now the instant scent that hits your nose is honey, and it's truly, truly authentic honey. I'm actually surprised at how authentic they have managed to make that scent. It's literally like smelling honey on a spoon. It's absolutely fantastic. And of course, when it comes to a dessert type slime like this, very, very fitting. So that was the first scent that hit my nose. I want to see if it's a layered scent. So let's go in for another sniff, my lovelies. Okay, so it's predominantly very much a honey scent. I wouldn't say that it has a bakery note to it, but it has a sweetness to it, an almost sugar-like scent that's very lightly, delicately underneath the honey scent, and combined together works perfectly. I wish that I could smell perhaps a little bit of a bakery note in there. The honey is very, very prominent, but it's also a really lovely scent, so I'm not disappointed at all. I think this is a lovely little kit to put together. I think it will be a wonderful texture when all combined, and I think it's going to be absolutely massive. So that is Honey Cake Roll, my loves. The next slime that we have, my lovelies, is Honey Chamomile Cream. I adore this label. I think it is so fitting with the theme of this slime, like every label in the slimes that I've gotten today, my lovelies. Now this is a honey floral scent, so I'm very much looking forward to smelling this one, to seeing how it differs from Honey Cake Roll. And look at the precious add-ins that we get for this slime. We have a gorgeous yellow crystal heart, a tiny little pot of honey, and then these beautiful little yellow flowers, and all combined in this jam jar-esque pot. It's so precious. I love it. So let's open it, have a look at the texture, and give it a sniff, my loves. This is Honey Chamomile Cream, and look at this luxurious texture. The camera is whitewashing it slightly. It's actually got a really gorgeous creamy colour to it that is very fitting for the theme and concept of this slime, and it's got a really thick texture to it, but also fluidity as well. I think it's going to layer beautifully and make really wonderful popping noises and sounds. So this is scented like honey floral cream, so I am super intrigued to give it a sniff. So let's smell it and see how it smells, my lovelies. Now this is definitely a honey cream scent. I've not yet picked up on the floral, but I think and hope it might be one of those layered scents. It varies very different from Honey Cake Roll in that the honey is balanced really well with a fresh cream type smell. It's got a real freshness smell to it, nothing malty. It doesn't seem to have a depth to it. It's just a really fresh smell, and having that lighter note of honey is really, really pretty and smells really, really good, and also matches the theme of this really well. Let's give it another sniff, my loves. Definitely a honey cream. I'm not picking up on a floral note, my lovelies, but as always with scents, it is about personal opinion and personal preference, my lovelies. Just because I'm not picking up on the floral note, it doesn't mean that somebody else might not. But either way, what I am smelling, which is a very rich honey cream, smells delicious. Really light, but really substantial scent without being too overpowering, and just beautifully themed along with this slime concept. I absolutely love this, and this is Honey Chamomile Cream. The final slime that we have, my lovelies, is Uwu Milk Puff. It has an absolutely adorable label and very fitting with the slime name, as with all of the slimes from Yeppeo Slime today. It's just absolutely precious. We've got these gorgeous little add-ins. We've got sprinkles and hearts, of course, in these lovely array of colours. And you can see just from the top how thick and glossy this looks, my lovelies. And it's actually a buttercream slime. So I'm really looking forward to having a look at the texture, seeing the thickness, and giving it a sniff, my loves. It is scented like sweet milk. So let's open it and have a closer look, my lovelies. Oh wow, you can see that lovely telltale, slightly gritty texture that is always a wonderful telltale sign for a good chunk of clay inside of there. That looks very, very reminiscent of Daiso clay, and it looks like untouched snow. Oh, that looks wonderful. It's a really lovely bright white colour, and by its name I'm guessing it's going to be quite an inflator, and with these gorgeous add-ins as well against the contrast of this lovely white buttercream slime, I think it's going to be really, really pretty. So let's give it a sniff, my loves. Now this is an unusual scent. I'll be honest in that it's not a scent that I like. And as I always say, my lovelies, scents are very, very personal, and just because I don't like it, it doesn't mean somebody else won't. The reason that I don't like it is it reminds me of buttermilk. It's got a slight sourness to it, which is not a scent that I'm particularly fond of. There's nothing wrong with the scent in and of itself. For me, it's just a preference. What it also smells like is it's almost got a rice smell to it. So almost like a buttermilk rice scent is probably the best way that I can describe it. And I know that that sort of scent is really, really popular. So absolutely nothing against the scent itself. It's just personal preference, my lovelies. But I think the scent that they've chosen works really well with the type of slime that this is. So no complaints here, my loves. I think this is a really beautifully textured slime, adorably named, and I think it's going to be super, super fun to play with. So that is Milk Poof, my lovelies. This was my unboxing for Yeppeo slime. I am super happy with all of the slimes that I have today. I think that they are really innovative ideas. I think the packaging is fantastic. The pots are really, really unusual, particularly a fan of these two pots and this pot as well. I love that the slimes are really reasonable, and the shipping was really reasonable as well and got here in good time. And thank you ever so much for the free foam slime as well. I'm super happy with my order. I'll make sure to tag Yeppeo slime. Do make sure to check them out. Absolutely wonderful slimes and really interesting ideas and really well themed and matched. It's really cohesive. So thank you ever so much for joining me for another unboxing, my loves.